What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back into the Iraqi Dinar and touch a little bit on the Iran Rial, okay? Because, again, there's stuff in the news. I knew it was coming, and I knew they were going to be talking about it, and we spoke about this, and you're going to see what I'm talking about here in just a moment. If you're thinking about buying precious metals, give a consideration to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is in the description. If you are a first-time buyer from Puerto Rico or the United States, and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. You guys know I'm over here on Facebook. Come join me. The link is in the description. Pimpy's Investment Chat is the same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we do talk about investment opportunities, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currencies. If you have any questions, post them in a group. They're really knowledgeable, and they will do their best to get back to you. For those you don't know, I have this other channel. It's called The Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes. Over here, we talk about all kinds of things. This NESARA GESARA one is big. This one's really big, too. But anyways, these are ones I can't put on this channel, or else they get put in the corner with timeout. Okay. We're going to cover a couple of things that's in here, but as you can clearly see, there's a lot of other things we need to talk about. So Trump clarifies his position on the wars in the Middle East and the involvement of his country's forces in it. Look, we know this. Trump is the guy that was against wars. He doesn't like never-ending wars. Speaking of which, get ready because the other administration is about to appoint somebody who absolutely loves wars. And guess where he loves these wars at? Yes, the Middle East. So everybody's saying this is the third term of the Obama administration, and they rightfully so. The vast majority of Biden's administration are all Obama holdovers. The White House released a statement in which outgoing President Trump spoke about his country's position in the wars in the Middle East and in Afghanistan and the participation of U.S. forces in them. Said U.S. forces in Afghanistan are at the lowest levels, or so are they in Iraq and Syria. We know about this. Okay. Trump stressed that $2.5 trillion has been invested, which also includes purchase of new military equipment manufactured in the United States. Trump has always been a huge supporter of our military as well as our men and women in black. So, yeah, he's just saying to everybody that, hey, I wanted to end them. That's what I wanted to do. Unfortunately for him, you have people like Mark Esper, the asshole is in the Pentagon. They were just bragging about lying to Trump about the number of troops there so they could keep this war going. Criminal charges should be filed against him, in my opinion. Look at this. Look at this. Oil was settling above $56 a barrel. We'll keep it there. As a matter of fact, I don't have a problem if it keeps on going. Oil prices into higher trading today. Supported by, or that was actually yesterday, supported by a stability of oil demand. The OPEC kept its estimates of oil demands in the current years unchanged, so that estimates point to the growth in demand for crude by about 5.9 barrels per day to a record of 95.91 million barrels. Nice. Nice. So this is what we want to see. This is good. This helps out Iraq big time, or in Trump's favorite word, bigly. Okay. To combat terrorism, the Kuwait Central Bank issues an urgent statement to all banks. Well, why do you suppose they're worried about combating terrorists? Think about the next administration that's coming in. It was under the Obama administration. He came out and he absolutely admitted that not only did we form, but we trained, funded ISIS. Then we found out later on he did with Al Qaeda. Yeah. And then the Muslim Brotherhoods. Yeah. The Central Bank of Kuwait issued a circular including, that's the letter, including the names of 37 entities and individuals that were distributed to all local banks and exchange companies to provide it with any information available on them. So the central bank stated that it comes in implementation of the United Nations resolutions related to combating terrorism and preventing the spread of weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, I mean, what I'm anticipating from this next administration, seriously, what I am, it doesn't make a difference what these people do. It doesn't. I really feel bad for the people in the Middle East. We have a really screwed up administration coming in there. It's just an extension of the one we had prior to Trump. And I'm really concerned about the people over there. My heart goes out to them. I hope and pray that that's just in my head. And that they all band together. I really do. I really hope they band together and stay peaceful, stay focused together, work as a team to prevent the crap that I think is about to come their way. Anyways, here's a whole list of people right there. Washington and Baghdad agree on Iraq's independence in the energy field. Yeah, they need to be independent. The government of Iraq and the United States of America confirmed on Thursday their joint cooperation in the fields of oil production and export, natural gas, electricity, and clean energy in order for Iraq to become independent in the field of energy. While we know electricity, they have to import it from Iran. So this is good. Both sides are going to do it. They're working on it. I would have loved to have seen a second term of the greatest president, so we could see a lot of these things really coming to fruition. I still haven't given up hope, like I said, until the day one walks out and the other one walks in. I refuse to believe that he will not be there, and I'm talking about 45, so we'll keep an eye on this. So, yeah, there's some good news there, and I'm looking at talking about dissolving the parliamentary, which they should. We got the elections coming up in June, so they are meeting about that. I'm trying to get over to where, that's not a whole lot. There's one article for today. As you guys are well aware, today is like their version of a Saturday, so there's not a whole lot in the news. Now, let's get on to the stuff that I knew was coming. Knew. People all smiling about the fact.
Meanwhile, the world is, of course, waiting and...
don't talk to me that way. Hold on. No. So anyways, people that are really happy about the Biden administration coming in there, China is one, Russia's the other, and Iran is the other. Look at this. Iran to U.S. Lift sanctions immediately. Oh, trust me, they're dancing. A third term of the Obama administration. Glory, hallelujah. We're going to get some money and nuclear bomb, and we get to terrorize the whole Middle East. So much for peace in the Middle East.
Watching with a lot of anticipation as to what will unfold between Iran and the incoming Biden administration. Now, in the latest state address, the Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has said that Tehran is actually in no rush whatsoever for the United States to rejoin the 2015 nuclear agreement. He urged that first the sanctions that have been imposed on the Iranian Republic need to be lifted. Now, this comes as Joe Biden has said on record that if Iran agrees to return to the deal's compliance, then he would like the United States to join the nuclear accord immediately.
For those of you who have no idea what this nuclear accord is, it's nothing. The agreement absolutely wasn't crap. They just simply said, we agree not to build a nuclear weapon. We didn't say we need to, at random, come inspect your sites. No. It says, we will give you advance notice so you can hide all your weapons. I mean, we will give you advance notice to let you know we're coming. Yeah. This agreement was hideous. And it never stopped them from building a bomb. Within the Biden administration, guess what? They get to have a bomb. And guess what they get to do if they get pissed off? Nuke Israel. Death to America, death to Israel. And we're like, yeah, we agree. Let's send you trillions of taxpayer dollars. Why we tolerate it here in the United States, I don't know. We just keep letting these criminals do more and more. These last 4 years only shows you just to what extreme they will go to. And yet, we sit back. Why? Because the 17 letters said, trust the plan, don't worry about it. Holy smokes, man, we got 5 days to find out what plan this is.
بحث میکنن که آمریکا برگرده به برجام برنگرده. ما هیچ اصراری نداریم. هیچ عجله‌ای نداریم که آمریکا به برجام برگرده. نه، این اصلا مسئله ما این نیست.
Anyways, we won't go through the whole thing. Basically, the guy's smiling. He's like, hey, look, we're no rush to get back. Before we go back to the nuclear deal, guess what? You're going to have to lift the sanctions. Didn't I tell you that was going to happen? So, there could be a benefit from this. And what is that benefit? I know you guys heard me talk about it. Yes, the Iranian rial right here. Hard to get. They're there. NESARA shop has them, as well as Iraqi dinars. Okay? So, and they ship anywhere in the United States. This is it, guys, right here. Come on over there. You're seeing them. They know what they need to do. They know what's going to happen. soon as those sanctions are lifted, this really will help their economy out. It was crippled. It's limping. It was just about dead. Trump had him up against the ropes, and now these people are going to give him a reprieve. So what's that do to the currency? Well, obviously it won't be so cheap because there won't be no sanctions against them. No sanctions, strong economy, strong real. Okay? Don't forget that. Just throwing it out there. Not a financial advisor, not a tax person. I'm just like one of you. We're all in the same boat, trying to get to the same destination. I thought about this, and already we're seeing amount of evidence that this is going to happen. But look, there's a warning of my new United Arab brothers over the Middle East telling Biden, we ain't going to tolerate this crap. You do anything stupid, we will hit Iran. I'm glad to see these people all go together. Israel, Arab allies on the same page against Iran ahead of the Biden transition. The official in Jerusalem confirmed that there is no formal dialogue as so far between the Israel government and the Biden transition team. So, remember all the people that signed up above the accord? I told you there was a lot of stress going on. Mike Pompeo went over there and said, look, you guys, I understand it. You guys were expecting Trump to get in there. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, you guys can't just give up. You guys are now have to band together, and you guys have a big brother right in your corner, and that is Israel. So, if you guys stick together, don't fall apart, you guys should do just fine. We'll see. Israel and like-minded Arab states have a shared message ahead of the U.S. President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration next week. Don't reduce the pressure on Iran. And boom! They're going to release those sanctions. The country is aligned with Israel on this matter, and not just its new allies in the Gulf, the UAE and Bahrain, but also include Egypt, Jordan, and officials involved in the matter, says so on Thursday. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want you guys to do in the Middle East. Unite. Don't let U.S., China, or Russia, or Iran bully you guys around. I know that sounds crazy to say, but don't tolerate it. If they pick on you, pick on their little brother. Take it out on Iran. I know. I went to school with 3 brothers. The bigger brother could kick my ass. The middle guy went head to head. So I could do it head to head. So what I would do is I would get pissed and go beat up their little brother. That's what I would do when we were in high school together. So just take it out on him until he stopped picking on me. That's what you guys do over there. When they pick on you, take it out on Iran. Been several strikes against them. Israel, hit those nuke sites. That'll shut them up for a while. Our message to Biden is that we would hope he would take into account the attitudes of the Middle East allies before he went ahead and did anything with Iran. I told you this was the biggest fear. One of them. I told you this when the election went the wrong way. I told you my friend was over there. There's other countries that are ready to come aboard this Abraham Accord, but their fear was if Trump didn't make it, then the other countries would be retaliated against. But instead, Pompeo went over there and said, stop being a little biatch and get together and start fighting back. And it looks like it's going to happen. I pray to God that it does. I really, really do. Many Arab states are on the same page on this issue. Biden has said he intends to have the United States return to the 2005 nuclear agreement between Iran and the world powers if the Islamic Republic returns in compliance with it. There is no compliance. The deal was terrible. They got money from us and promised not to fight or build nuclear bombs with it, but instead they armed. They were the world's largest funder of terrorism. And it terrorized the Middle East and made it unstable. Thanks to the Obama administration, well, it started off under the Bushes. So you can see the Arab nations sending out this pretty long letter. I will leave a link to it saying, man, we're warning you, do not screw with us as they should. But Biden don't give a crap. He can't even remember his own name, let alone what he's dealing with. So going back over here, this is why Biden don't care. This guy right here is scary. This is why the Middle East is not exactly thrilled about this. This is a third term for Obama. Biden bringing McGurk back means more terror to fight terror. It's weird how they use words. It's like when people say, hey, we're in the Civil War. Why those two words shouldn't go together, Civil War. What do you guys do? Yelling kind stuff to each other? Your hair looks great. Thank you. You look like you lost a lot of weight. What is this Civil War? Like, who could outdo one another with niceness? Is that what this is? Why don't they call it an uncivil war? You know what I mean? Never mind. Anyways, this guy's bad news. He really is. In this comeback tour that no one is sane who values protecting civilian life in the Middle East wanted, senior diplomat Brett McGurk has been strongly touted to head up President-elect Joe Biden's national security team for the Middle East and Africa. What did I tell you everybody was afraid of about Biden? This article says anybody with the same brain does not want this person right here run the Middle East agreements. He'll threaten them using U.S. power to make everybody over there conform. See, Trump was wanting to end war and bring peace to the Middle East. These people want to break it down so much and then have Iran run it all. That's what this whole New World Order movement is. They break these globes up into 7 sections. And each particular area controls their own section. In the Middle East, they have tabbed Iran to be that control, the people who control things. This is not good. Both the New York Times and the CNN correspondents have confirmed McGurk's appointment. Through it has yet to be formally announced by Biden's transition team. So, yeah. In fact, it is reported that the New York Times, it would appear that Biden is bringing back most of the people he worked with over 2 terms as vice president to former president, the Antichrist. What we seem to be getting is essentially a second coming of the Obama-Biden era. I told you it's the 3rd term. One that saw the erosion of Americans' influence with its allies and a rash of terrorism like with the likes of which the modern world has never experienced. Well, if you thought it was bad under Obama, man, get ready. You ain't seen nothing yet. McGurk was a key player in the erosion, and it seems like he is back to finish the job. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to leave this here for you guys to read. It really is depressing to know what's about to happen, but not just here in our country, but to other countries. Because our politicians, mostly on the Democratic side, are sellouts. They don't give a crap. They're all part of this great reset agenda, but first they must break down other countries. I'm grateful for the time we had with Trump in office. And again, it's not that I'm giving up on him, but for the most sake, you do got to look past with the what if. Most people allowed the media to lie to you and make you hate Trump because you refuse to do your own research. And now we don't just pay for it, but other civilians are going to pay for it. This is why Trump had a hard time in the beginning. They just cannot trust our country. And now this is terrible. But it's good for investing. If you want the Iranian rial, I'm telling you, as soon as those sanctions go up, the value of that money is going to take off. In the worst case scenario, most likely, if you look how cheap it is, how hard could it be to double? Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I'm just, if you think about it, how hard is it to really double the value? Seriously. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think, man. Do you think we're going to have peace in the Middle East still, or has the Antichrist passed it over to Obama now that Trump is no longer there? We went from the Antichrist to the Savior to the second coming of the Antichrist. Great. Anyways, hit the thumbs up button if you're not a subscriber. Please do so, because when you do, helps out the channel, and I sure do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.